Hagai Shime. Our basic technique, which is also the traditional technique, is a counter to a full Nelson from standing. Full Nelson, if you don't already know what that is, if you're behind someone, my arm's going to go under their armpit, behind their head on both sides. Locking in this way, putting pressure against the back of the neck and holding the arms up. This is the same setup for Ushiro-Gutami. Someone is doing this technique to me. They've reached their arms underneath, locked their hands behind my head, and I'm here. First of all, I want to make sure I sink, because the first thing they're going to want to probably do is pick me up off my feet. So they got a good lift. I feel it come in, and their hands behind there before I can do anything, and they get it on. I'm sinking, and I'm also going to put my hands against my forehead. I'm going to break their grip by dropping my arms, but the mistake a lot of people make is they try to just use the sheer force of their arms by doing this. I want to literally put my hand against my forehead and the other hand against my hand, putting pressure, one hand against the other, into my forehead. And then I'm going to drop both hands and sink at the same time and try to break or loosen their grip. Again, sinking a little bit, hands to my head, and I'm going to sink as much as I can and drop all at once. Reinforce, sink. Now from here, I need to get around behind them. So I'm going to bring my feet together, and then I'll make a circular motion, stepping behind them and opening up again. So they're behind me. I step around to the side of them, and then slide around behind them. Hands in. Reinforce, feet together, open up behind them. Now my forearm on this side is still in front of them, but my other leg is behind. I'm set up nicely for Sokomen. It's a nice takedown. Or the judo version of Tanio Toshi, where I just slide out. The leg that's behind, I just slide and drop to throw them over. Sometimes we will also grab the groin, or in practice just grabbing the insides of the pants, kind of picking them up over that leg. Sometimes I don't like this one because if they don't let go, I'm kind of in the awkward position. So just know if they don't let go, you're going to have to commit and go with them. I'm going to grab, and as I go to throw them, I got to make sure to turn over and fall on them. So both this version and the Tanio Toshi version are going to require you going to the ground. The other one, hopefully, is a version where you can remain standing using Sokomen. Again, just the entrance is a great workout itself, just getting used to getting in, squatting and circling, squatting and circling, squatting, circling, squatting, circling. And then from there you're following up with either Tanio Toshi, grabbing the groin, tossing them, and possibly going over with them, or Sokomen. My legs are behind theirs, my arm is in front of their chest. I'm kind of sandwiching them, and I'm extending and reaching across their body as I rotate and take them down. Sokomen. Tanio Toshi, slide and drop. Slide and drop. Grab the groin, lift and twist. Follow up on top. Sink. Grab the groin, twisting over your leg, following up on top. That's our basic technique, and also the traditional version. Our variation is from a roundhouse punch. I'm facing somebody, they come at me, and they throw a roundhouse punch. Two-hand block. I'm going to duck underneath the arm. You can either duck under, or I like to use the arm on the outside, lifting that elbow to help me pass underneath. The inside arm is going to hook around the back of the neck. You can chop the neck or just grab. Two-hand block, pass under, get the neck. My head's going under behind the arm. I want to take out their base a little bit as I pass through. As I pass through, my inside leg is going to put my foot on the back of their knee and push down. You don't necessarily need to take them all the way down to the ground, but I do want to break down their structure and have them bending backwards a little bit. My arm's going to come all the way around the front for Hagai Shime knee, using the bone right across the throat, and then reinforcing by grabbing their lapel or your own gi. Looks like this. They're coming at me. Two-hand block on one side, passing underneath. I'm already set up with a half Nelson. Instead of a full Nelson, I got it on one side. Instead of going all the way underneath to create a full Nelson, I'm going to go over the top, bring my forearm across the throat for a choke. Again, I can reinforce by grabbing their gi or just grabbing my sleeve. Again, they're swinging their arm, two-hand block, passing underneath. This hand is already set up. I just move from the bicep to the back of the neck. You can add a chop in there if you want, or just grab. As you're passing through, kicking the back of the knee on the close side. Come around behind, wrapping around over the arm. Under the arm would be a full Nelson. I'm just going to keep the half Nelson, go over the top, and add a choke. Either grabbing the lapel on the far side for support, or grabbing my own sleeve to strangle. And again, I've taken out that leg, so I have them bent backwards a little bit. Two reasons to take out that leg. One, if they're taller than me, I want to bring them down to my height. Also, I want to get them off balance, leaning backwards, because if they're upright, even if I'm the right height, and I can get this on, they can still throw me or do something else, pull me forward. So I really want to get them bent over backwards without the ability to throw me forward at all, leaning on me as I strangle. Or excuse me, as I choke them. It's a choke, not a strangle. Is Hagai Shime. If you want to set this up, something to work with, a little counter pressure, you don't have someone to work on. I'm just using a stick from either a mop or a broom to slide through the gi to make the arms. And then just using a foam roller for the neck itself, and then tie a belt nice and tight. And then you've got something to work with. Good luck practicing Hagai Shime at home.